Hello guys, it's your boy AD back with a video. Now in today's video we're gonna do Rimuru went to One Piece. So part one. So yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoy, and yes, this is a new series, but it's also a redo of the first part. So yes, there's not really any changes. So if you watch the first video, like the previous one, you're not forced to watch this, like you don't have to. It's not gonna There's no like changes to the plot or anything like that. The only thing that really happened is like me basically using a bold voice instead of my usual voice. So if you wanna rewatch it or just like to refresh your mind or whatever, go ahead and yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy, and yes, this is kind of an experiment of mine, I guess you can say, for me to determine whether or not to use a bold voice or not in the future. Basically, I'm going to see how it does, and depending on that, I will, you know, decide if first to use or not. But I will always be using my voice for the intro because I enjoy that a lot, and yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this part and the series moving forward. And yes, part two will be coming out today as a special, I guess you can say, for New Year's, I guess. But anyways, for following you, it's good.
Chapter 1: The Supreme Being taking a vacation. Dear human who happens to be reading, I am a very complicated existence known as CL, however I shall not explain as your puny human mind would not be able to understand it, and according to my calculations your brain is very likely to explode. What is this about, you ask? It's about my wonderful master. After all, everything is about him, since he is the center of everything and God who created this multiverse and everything in and out of it. Yes, you heard me right, he did it all. As for how, that is a story for another time. My master is also the most powerful demon lord, and mostly he has the best wife ever, me. Stop. Seal, this is not how you're supposed to introduce yourself. They will be think it is for real. What, master, are you implying that I am not your wife? Said the voice in a voice that sounded like she would cry at any moment. I mean, taking a long minute to think before giving up. I can't do this, Rimuru said as he slammed his head on his desk. Right, double quotation mark. I need a vacation. Right, double quotation mark. Understood, searching for the perfect vacation spot. Right, double quotation mark. What? Why'd you suddenly go all monotone on me, CL? Right, double quotation mark. I don't know what you are talking about, master. However, I have found the perfect vacation spot for you. Right, double quotation mark. What? Oh, you actually looked for one? Right, double quotation mark. Yes, of course, anything for you, master. Right, double quotation mark. Where is this vacation spot exactly? Right, double quotation mark. It is a planet known as the Blue Sea, or the Cursed Sea of Freedom. Right, double quotation mark. Dot. There was a long moment of silence between the two as Rimuru processed the information. CL. Right, double quotation mark. Yes, master. Why does that sound like a cursed place that is using people's blood to make a big smoothie for a super evil demon or something? Right, double quotation mark. Master, would you wish for me to tell you why it is called that? Right, double quotation mark. And let you spoil the fun? No thanks. Right, double quotation mark. HMPH. Now then, to tell the others. Apostrophe. Rimuru had closed his eyes to focus before he opened them again, making his golden eyes flash a faith red, and called for Shuna. As she arrived, she could immediately tell that something was amiss. My lord? She asked. Shuna, notify the 12 patrons and Saoi. Tell them to meet me. Right, double quotation mark. You understand, my lord. A few seconds later, a certain annoying lizard showed up. He had tanned skin, light blonde hair, and was bare-chested. This man was someone who had caused him headaches on a daily basis. However, unlike the usual, happy-go-lucky and casual Vildora, he was instead greeted with a curious and somewhat serious Vildora. So Rimuru, why are you calling them all here? Asked Vildora. However, before he could answer, some movement at the corner of his eye caught Rimuru's attention, and he turned away from Vildora. In front of him where many individuals appeared, all kneeling, except one. He scanned them from left to right. A red-haired man with a pair of horns on his head, wearing a red open kimono that looked much more majestic than it should, and a long katana at his belt. Flare Lord Benimaru. A blue-haired man with a single horn on his head, wearing what looked like a ninja outfit. Intelligence Officer Saoi. A large canine with a pair of yellow horns on his head. The figure of a wolf, with sleek dark gray and white fur, with a star on his forehead. Star-Lord Ranga. A dragonoid, with purple scales and a blue trident in his hands. Dragon Lord Gabiru. An orc, with black clothes and a white shirt, clearly coming from a construction site. Barrier Lord Geld. A purple-haired lady with rather large breasts and wearing a purple suit. First Secretary and Warlord, Shian. A black-haired man, with streaks of red flowing through it. His eyes gave off no warmth whatsoever. Instead, his flashing yellow irises gave off a feel of omnipotence. Second Secretary and Demon God, Diablo. Another lady, with 9 tails and silver and gold hair. Chimeric Lord Kumara. An individual clad in a black exoskeleton. He was Mist Lord Zejan. A skeleton in an extremely fancy robe, fit for a king. Gehenna Lord Adalman. A trio of women. One with white hair, one with purple hair, and one with yellow hair. Killer Lord Testarossa, Pain Lord Ultima and Menace Lord Carrera respectively. And finally, to his surprise, a lady with black hair and dark navy blue irises. She had a burn scar on her left eye. She had a katana at her side, wore black leggings and a white shirt. Shizu Aizawa, the conqueror of flames. His soulmate, though he could think of many people who would disagree with that statement. The guesswork of a fortune teller is nothing compared to my calculations, master. And I am telling you that she will not be your wife. Greater than sign. Yup. Classic CL. She was even more pissed off after we revived her from the dream dimension within me. Back at the final battle, she asked for CL to let her speak with Yuki, while we were fighting. Surprisingly, CL refused, but then we later managed to swallow Yuki up into Void God Azathoth. One talk later, and we were all friends again. I even managed to seal Yuki's deranged personality away, leaving the manga-loving and honest but somewhat manipulative side of him left. Of course, after Yuki was released, Shizu asked me personally if it was possible for her to come back. She said it was because she missed the kids, and wanted to see them grow in person. Another reason was because although she wanted to die as a human, seeing me work so hard to create my ideal and my utopia, all while saving the world and doing what she could not, inspired her to keep living. So, with the help of a reluctant CL, we revived her as a demigod, the same race as Leon. I think she may be able to give some of the 12 patrons a run for their money. Hell, she did beat Leon to a pulp after she was resurrected. Leon didn't fight back though, but maybe that was because Chloe was cheering for Shizu and not him. I felt really bad for Leon. On another note, she is also connected to me through a soul corridor, and could return to the dream dimension whenever she wanted. But she didn't. I'm still not quite sure. Does it have to do with the whole soulmate thing? Quotation mark. Negative. Absolutely negative. You are imagining things again, master. Greater than sign. Maybe I am. But CL, are you jealous? Quotation mark. Comma. So you don't deny it. Quotation mark. Master, do me a favor and shut up. Greater than sign. Yup. CL is definitely jealous. And she has definitely gotten sassier. Quotation mark. Rimuru, caught in his thoughts, didn't seem to realize that his subordinates were getting restless. However, he then broke out of his trance, as he was wondering why Shizu was here. Shizu, why are you here? I don't remember asking to meet with you. Quotation mark. Shizu then smiled, before responding. I saw Miss Shuna running and contacting others through thought communication, and it had something to do with an abrupt summoning. What's more, I did feel your aura fluctuate a bit, so I got curious. Rimuru-san, she said with a shy smile. She had started calling him Rimuru-san once she got revived, though she occasionally still called him Slime-san. Rimuru nodded, before turning to the remaining 14 individuals. I'll be leaving shortly to another world. Right double quotation mark. Immediately, everyone stared at him with wide eyes. Rimuru wondered why they were staring at him like that, until Diablo and Shian started speaking nonsense. My lord, please tell me how I have failed you. I will fix this error personally. I humbly request another chance, said Diablo. My lord, yelled Shian, tears flowing down her face. If there is anything we can do to make you reconsider, please tell us. Quotation mark. Hey, I'm not leaving permanently. Why are they all looking at me depressed like that? Quotation mark. No, 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 let me explain, started Rimuru, only to be interrupted by Saoi, who, looking depressed, turned right around and started to slowly sink into his shadow. Saoi, stop. I have a really important task for all of you while I am away. This is temporary. Quotation mark. After everyone had settled down, Rimuru then continued. Rimuru then considered who to bring. Geld was a no-go. He was needed for construction work. Gabble was unavailable as well, since he was needed for the Hippocute herb management. The Demoness trio were needed at the Tempest Federation, so they were a no-go. Zijin, preferably, stayed in the labyrinth, since he stood out like a sore thumb, and Rimuru was in no mood to prepare a homunculus, since he was excited to start his new adventure and so would want to go as soon as possible. Going by that logic, that would cross out Alderman and Ranga and Kumara. Shuna was not battle-oriented, and she was needed at Tempest, so sadly she couldn't come. Saoi was needed for gathering intelligence, in case some terrorists like the Humanity Emancipation Alliance showed up again. Sachian, surprisingly, was actually in the middle of taking cooking lessons from Shuna, so she couldn't come. Rimuru desperately wanted Sachian to improve her cooking too, so he went with this excuse to not bring Sachian. That left Benimaru and Diablo. Benimaru was needed as the general of the army, in case something happened. Well then it looks like Diablo will be accompanying me. Diablo, get yourself ready, we will be leaving for a while. Right, double quotation mark. Yes, my master. Diablo said with a small bow. With that being said, some of the others pushed their small jealousy aside and praised Diablo for having the luck of spending time with Rimuru alone in a new world completely by themselves and asked him to do a few things for them when he could. Time to start my vacation in a completely unknown world with a scary messed up demon by my side. Right, double quotation mark. End of chapter 1. 1. How will this great adventure of Rimuru trying to go on a peaceful vacation with a crazy powerful demon by his side go? 2. How will the three great powers of the world of pirates react to the demon lord known as Rimuru Tempest? 3. What did the others ask Diablo to do for them? 4. What point in time will Rimuru go to when he goes into the blue seas? 5. How will Rimuru's presence and actions change the world and the events that happen into it?